with the lean, and I used the mirror, and it just when I went, it just seemed like when I tried to get way back, something's just getting all messed up back there.
It's most likely the right hip's not turning correctly.
Okay.
That'll start to move your spine in the opposite direction.
But the other part looks so good. I've never hit my driver. Like, you tell me if the flight path is good.
Yeah.
I was really happy with it.
That's excellent.
So I figure we could build from there. Make sure the warm up here. That's got to be solid green, right?
Yes, and it'll say on the screen. It'll say found ball or looking for ball. That still says looking for ball.
Close enough? Am I too close?
So it's in this little whatever that trapezoid / square / rectangle.
How long did you do the outside lessons up there for?
No, I'm still there.
It was chilly up there the other day.
Yeah, I know. It's just gonna get chillier.
Straighten that out a little bit.
Good. That's a good sign. One draws too much, one fades too much. So we're understanding how face and hands are being matched up. So let's do our best to hit this one dead straight. Because your path is pretty good. And you hit down about as good as you can hit it too. Beautiful spin rate on that. Really pretty.
Alright, so I'm warmed up. I swung a little bit. Do you want to go right to the driver? or-
Absolutely we can.
Because I feel pretty good with. So let me show you like a few just like where I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
And like I said, I know something in the back, but I figured if I could get the setup and the start down, that it might be easier to just do that piece. So I have front foot, and then I'm right in, back leg straight,
Gorgeous.
right about here.
Right? So then what's the first move back? Pretty good. That still has a good slope to it.
That's about
That's a
where I'm,
good tilt. That's still a good tilt.
so that's about where I'm comfortable, and I can hit pretty consistently from there usually.
All right.
I don't feel like I'm way. I know where you want me, but like if I feel if I take it to, something happens. I don't.
That's okay. That's okay. The first piece when you're getting in there in your rehearsal swing right there, that looks great. You still have a beautiful angle. I don't need you too far or rotating too much. I wanted you to exaggerate this feel so you don't get back to stack tail.
Gotcha.
That's what I was trying to say.
Well, let's see what this looks like.
Yeah. Not bad.
Left.
That's all right. Face a little shut, but
Yeah. No, it
I
takes
do like the launch.
I know what I did there.
Path was great. Oh, okay. That's fantastic. That's really good.
So I'm pretty consistent, and I feel pretty good, and I feel pretty consistent there.
No, careful. I don't think you came over it at all.
No.
It's just that club face is getting a little shut through impact. So if we look at our path number, 0.1.
Terminology. Good.
0.1. Okay, so here's the thing, and it's a weird, and it doesn't make sense to anybody, to be honest. But if I take a club and I come into the golf ball perfectly square, right? You would agree that that ball is going to go dead straight.
Okay.
Face square, path square, or 0. Does that make sense? Okay. So now, again, if I come from the outside, so if I'm -5 degrees or I'm coming over the top, that face now has to be open to make it go pretty straight. Okay. It's an interesting phenomenon because I can come 6 degrees underneath and have a super closed face, and that ball is going to appear to go left, but it's not. So then where does Kevin go when he's playing by himself, practicing by himself? It's like, ooh, I'm coming over the top. That's where we get so far underneath. And then now you have to shut the face, and if you shut it too much, it still appears like you're going left because you think you're swinging over the top, but you notice you're 0.1. You couldn't have been a better path. But the problem is your face only has to be 2 degrees closed there, and the ball's going to go what you appear to be over the top.
So that's actually better. That's easier to fix though.
Oh yeah, that's you now. That's you figuring out where your hands are feeling at impact. And again, because you're 0, if you're zeroed out, literally, that's going to be a 10-yard fade. That's going to be a 10-yard draw. That's going to be off the map left. That's going to be off the map right. Now, but if we're coming too far underneath, now we've got to start feeling like the face gets closed. That's all that did. But that's the awareness, that's the thought process that all amateurs have. That have a little bit of knowledge in the golf swing, they're like, oh crap, that pulled down.
But that could be dangerous though, because then I'm trying to fix something that's really not, doesn't need fixed.
That's why this game is so stinking hard. So you've got to figure out, like what I'd like to, that's why we work so hard on what impact felt like and what our hands were doing. Because now you have some type of semblance of like, oh that face felt open. But the ball still went pretty straight. Well, then probably we did come over it ever so slightly. And then you have to put those variables together to figure out ball flight principles. No, it's not easy. But the fun thing is that when we were teaching way back in when without cameras, we thought the same thing. Oh, you're swinging over the top. And then we had the amateur go further and further underneath, and we worsened the golf swing.
So now you've got this.
Now with all this data, well, it's called D-plane, right? There's a third plane that we have to understand that when the club comes in from underneath but the face is so shut, D-plane is this phenomenon where it appears the ball's being hit from outside or over the top. But in reality, it's not. So,
that can make it tough, because if you're thinking the wrong thing, then you work on trying to correct the wrong thing, remember, you can end up in a totally different place than...
oh yeah, you can waste a lot of time and energy going the wrong direction, thinking it's all for good. So that's why when you're hitting on these machines this winter, this number is so important for you to visualize. You need to start looking at that and then looking where your ball flight went. Because it's not always going to, maybe it won't always show face angle. But ball flight principles are going to tell us what happened to hit it, right? So if that ball starts on our line and goes left, even if we don't have this, you could pretty much picture that that was pretty much perfect path. If this ball starts left and goes left, that means the path was outside. If this ball starts right and goes left, that means you're underneath, but your face is shutting.
Gotcha.
Okay?
That makes sense.
So that's how we learn the ball flight principles. There's 9 ball flight principles, and you learn those when you first start teaching, and that helps. Like when you don't, if you don't know the ball flight principles, it can be difficult to teach. Because you're really not sure, like, well, why is he coming? Unless it's obvious, right?
Right.
Unless you're this guy.
Right.
And then it's obvious. You're coming over the top like 90 degrees. That's completely different. Okay, so we know path is really good. So on this one, this is what I would do when I'm practicing. I'm going to try to feel like I'm going to fade this one now on purpose. Okay?
Do Do I want it to fade or just feel that way?
Well, you want it to fade because you're trying to feel fade. If it doesn't, then we go from there. Then we're like, oh, my face is still slightly closed. That's interesting. I felt like it was wide open. That's how we start to get awareness. Okay, so now
That's
we
okay.
know that that club face was obviously maybe closing through the impact area,
Yeah.
or you tried to switch your path,
I stood
which
up,
you
yeah.
did. Look at that, 9-9 on the outside.
Yeah, that's a mess.
That's okay.
I knew as soon as.
It's all right. This is going to be fun. You're going to start seeing this ball go to the right. Right now, I'm not sure if you know how yet, and that's fine. All you're doing is trying to feel like maybe the left arm is higher through impact.
Yeah, and I forgot to do it to the right. I was,
Okay? But interesting though, your path, you've never been over the top. And for your brain right now to make it go this way, you started swinging over the top. Does that make sense? So we still want our same path, grip it. This doesn't happen always, but this happens sometimes where the amateur goes, oh, he wants me to cut it. Well, I'm going to swing this way instead of still swinging under, but leaving that face feeling that way. Okay? Okay, path is going to be better. So, we may be standing a little tall. Did you see how you have no launch angle now?
Yeah, I'm not sure
Okay.
why.
That's okay. See, the path was much better. Path was much better.
Let me try to stay down.
Okay,
Just go to the right.
but get this feeling. Yeah, let's
Right.
get in our tilt. Let's just get in our tilt. Let's really focus on that. Because when we're swinging over the top, it's really hard to swing over the top when our tilt's in the proper area. There we go. Feel like the face is going to feel like it's more open through impact. Much straighter ball. And that's one of those, now we can live with it, right? We can live with that, but we still need to figure out, like, why is it still going left?
Yeah, I forgot to hit it right. Let me try on the really concentrate on.
Yeah, you did.
I'm thinking like right.
You're okay. Let's hit another one. Path has been perfect. Don't forget your lateral push, your lateral slide into the golf ball too.
I think am I standing up?
A little bit. You're more rotating, so it looks more like this, Kev. You're getting to the top in a nice angle, and then from here you're just rotating instead of feeling like we're going to move laterally into it to help you swing from underneath and in.
Okay.
There we go. Big deal. See how much more distance we got to?
Yeah, that was better.
That was huge. That was excellent.
0.2, so that's still good.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Slight fade there.
Gorgeous. Hey, go. Good. Okay. There we go. Now, and this lateral push, right? This little hip bump or lateral push helps us stay here. If we just spin, then we're gonna get our spine going the wrong way. There you go. There you go. So you're gonna push your left glute or your tailbone to the target of your first move in transition. What a pretty golf swing.
That feels more, yeah. moving
Well,
around
it is.
a little.
It's more biomechanically correct too. I mean, that's how we're going to create speed from the ground up. That was really good golf swing.
That's so funny, all that twisting and moving, because initially when there's a lot of twisting and moving in your arm, that messes it up. When there's a lot of twisting and moving down here, that messes it up. You get back to the basic and doing less.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a really, not as much of a turn, so it's more the,
There we go. Now remember, go to the top and freeze again. There, right there. Remember, you can get a little extra arm swing when you start to get the top thoracic going towards the target. So when you look like this at the top, you'll get this way. You'll get here nicely, and then the arms will swing, and then that top half will just scrunch this way. And then we're gonna get top heavy again. We're
I
gonna
don't
start.
want that.
No,
Right.
no. When you turn back, like so, if I'm in the video here, you're gonna turn back. That's gonna be when your arms get here. That's fine. We don't have to feel like these arms have to keep swinging, because then that also disconnects your arms from your body. So if I go back to the top of my backswing and I go here, my arms are still in front of me. From here, all I'm gonna do is start pushing and turning, because I don't have to wait now super long time for my arms. Okay.
Not the John Daly swing, huh?
Yeah, well, he's a phenom. He also takes the club back badly from the inside and across the line. He's just like that talented.
Some of his videos where he's literally
No,
backing.
he's a freak of nature,
It's awesome.
physical gifts wise. And he's just incredible. Beautiful. Much better into your left side there.
And that will put me in, I should be finishing.
No, yeah, that was really, really good. Yeah, no. Did you see how hard you hit that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And anything below 4 over there is okay, you said?
Yes, we're still three's still a little bit for driver, and that's why we're seeing the ball start left of our center line and fall to the right. Okay, so that would be our club path, and that's fine. We still have to feel like we're staying a little bit better underneath it with our spine, meaning tilting away from target as we're entering into the golf ball. Good. Okay, we're going to work on a little bit more rotation in the backswing. Because you're still really strong, even for an old guy. Wink, wink. So I need you, but you can only hit it so far if we don't fully get ourselves in the proper place at the top of our backswing. You should be able to be carrying this about 210, 220. It should be rolling out 250, 260, because you're still very flexible too. So we're going to get set up for me. And all we're going to do is turn our right hip and our left shoulder a little bit more. Just go to the top and freeze. Okay, so right now we're in a little bit of trouble. You're starting to already get this way with the top half. There you go. There. If you need to, feel like that shoulder goes more under so you can still see the ball.
That's where you want it.
There you go. Let's just hit one. Don't worry about where the ball goes. Huge turn. Left shoulder, right hip, turn it behind you. Okay? Now, that's completely normal. Why would it be so much easier to hook the ball right now? You have so much more time for those hands to catch up and close. When we go short, we have to really hurry our hands up down to the bottom to square it up. So that's what you've taught yourself. So now you have all this more turn. You have so much more time for these hands to start releasing down to the golf ball, or rolling closed, or closing the club face. So that's fine. I'm not worried about. That's a normal thing I see almost every time when I have somebody make a massive, bigger turn on the backswing, is that they hook the you-know-what out of it. So exaggerate your turn. Good. Good. Now push laterally, tailbone, and then turn. Tailbone. Beautiful. Good. Good. Not worried about the hook right now. There. There's our carry, though. You see that carry was more like 214 or so? That's where we should be living. We should be living in those numbers. And that's going to make the game so much more fun, too. All right, so you're just going to feel like you're really turning. Your right hip has to go directly behind you. And your left shoulder goes over your right foot. Gorgeous. Much better. Much better. Then you're going to push your tailbone as the arms are in transition. Good.
And the arm thing will take care of itself as I get
It
used to that.
can. I'm not going to say it's going to take care of it. What do you mean by arm thing, first off? Do you mean the length of arm swing, or how your hands are going to release the club?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's going to be something we have to just consciously start being aware of. Again, if I have your 5-iron here, and I only take my club back to here, to hit this shot, I have to start feeling like my hands rotate pretty quickly to square the face. If I'm all the way back here, I don't actually have to think about my arms. My hands and arms are going to rotate the club face closed naturally. I'm not saying yours won't, but right now you're so short with driver and you get a little bit here, that if you don't, that face will be so open. And that's some of the tops we're seeing, some of the timing issues. So I want you to feel like, look at that, 0.5 or 0.8, what is that?
It's still good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And you're feeling like you're moving 9 miles off the golf ball in the backswing.
I do.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a normal thought. So we're going to start with good tilt. We're going to feel like our right hip just turns directly behind you, and then that left shoulder follows it as far as you can. Fine. Fine. Okay, so now we're going to feel like our hands are less active on the way down, Kev. You're just going to feel like they're just kind of free falling. You're not going to worry. You could hit this because you're just going to feel really awful. You're not going to have any control of the club head. It's going to feel really bad. And your brain's going to fight you on it. Good job. That's all day play right there. Gorgeous. It's going to be one of our longer ones, I think. 240. Carry was best, though. And you felt what with your hands? Less, more, same?
No, loose.
Good.
I
Look at your path,
Didn't
too.
know what that was gonna be.
3.2. Well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Be okay with that right now. You're in a safe place right now.
that was that. Is that where I want to be? Am I still short of where? If I can get back to that point.
That looked really good.
It looked good. It didn't feel good.
Oh, it's okay. Again, your brain's going to fight you right now because you like to use your hands so much. And I'm trying to get you to use the bigger muscles, so your brain's like, well, that doesn't make sense to me. The brain's like, well, we move those all the time. I like to use my hands. It's just a little too close to impact, but I also like when I'm hearing impact wise. It feels like it's right in the middle of the face every time. So we're pretty darn close.
wouldn't mind it being uncomfortable. Every time I leave here,
Oh
and
no, I know
work
you're
on
not,
something,
and that's fantastic.
so it's like this week is like, it's like sometimes the first 2 or 3 days, but it's like, it's encouraging because like every time I get to the end of the week, it's better than
Yeah,
it was.
good.
So,
Yeah, same feeling.
the hands were just real loose feeling with the hands.
There's a medium feel. What I don't want you to, and it's tough sometimes when we're learning something, is we want to end up tightening up our grip.
That's what
I'm
I
just
feel like
trying to
I'm
get you
doing.
to have your hands feel like they're a little less active down at the bottom, where you feel like you're losing control and you have to flip the face shut. So I want this one to feel like we're going to hit it way right on this one on purpose. Big turn, right hip, left shoulder. Attaboy. Pretty.
A little better.
Pretty.
See where the
Beautiful.
26 is.
Almost 220 carry. Excellent.
So I'm going back almost. I mean, I'm back to where almost where I can't see the ball. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where you,
Yeah, I mean that's not the end of the world. I've maybe mentioned this to you before. I just know the ball's there. I'm never looking at it. I'm never specifically finding a dot on it, because that tells the brain that we have a hit. Oh, I need to hit there, and then we start manipulating things to hit that spot. So I just swing the club from A to B to C, and B being impact, and then I'm pretty sure I know where the ball's going to go for the most part. I have off days too, but for the most part, I know where it's going, and I swing through the ball. I don't hit at the ball.
once I get right back through that, I feel like I'm right back where I am. So I think I can
Great.
make this. A little right again.
Yes,
that
please.
time I was really thinking right.
Yeah,
my
and look
straight
how
wasn't
perfect.
there.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the same feeling. Beautiful. There's our fade. So it's a real, it's an odd thing, golf, right, in itself. But like when I'm playing really, really well, I feel like I'm swinging slightly over the top and I'm trying to hit a fade all the time. And it comes off to being straight or a little draw. But I'm feeling like I'm on the outside and I'm cutting across it. But then I look on video and everything's perfect. But in my mind, it feels like I'm outside cutting across it. And I feel like, how am I even hitting it this? But then that's the thing. So right now, all of a sudden, I have you feeling like I want you to hit it out to the right. And now everything, that one faded a little more than maybe we wanted to. But that's never going to kill you. The ones that you get a little bit on top of it and you hook it, that's in somebody's pool. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, feel and real are not the same, right? And sometimes it's just like, okay, I'm going to feel, for me, I'm like, club goes out, and then I'm going to swing across. And then my ball goes dead straight. Yours is like, I'm going to swing under, try to push it out to the right with the face open, and now we hit dead straight, and then we hit a 7-yard fade. Good. Excellent. Your carry distance will increase as well, which is huge. Because sadly, we can't hit driver on the ground quickly all the time. We may have what we call forced carries in golf, where it's like, I've got 200 yards over this pond before the fairway starts. I've got to carry this 200 yards. And that's daunting for a lot of players, because they can't even hit a 200 period, let alone carry a 200. So that's 200, you carry 210, you carried it by 10 yards, no problem, rolls out, depending on conditions, it's 230, possibly 240.
Well, that's like 30 more than we were starting with.
Yep.
Before I was back in.
Yep.
Am I hitting the peak in the back where I?
That looks great.
Right.
That looks great. And look, this you getting back super far too gets us this underneath path. When you don't get far enough back, you get tilted this way, and then you start getting over the top again.
That's why those first ones were low. So this will help with that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, look how much higher we're hitting it too. Two things, right? We're turning bigger, but we're also staying a little bit more under, so we can swing up on it now.
So that big turn will naturally help with that other.
Absolutely.
It just feels so weird. It feels like I'm falling like out of the universe with the ball, but I mean it's.
Yeah. Walk over those, step over those fences, step over those boundaries, because that's all it is right now. It's just like
Absolutely.
your brain's going, this makes no sense, but I'm getting results.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one looked kind of rushed. The
Yeah, it was.
the
Everything
transition
was
was a little fast on that one
Yep.
than normal.
Everything was.
Okay, good. Gorgeous. Very good. Awesome. 2.9. Good. Exaggerate it. You can't do too much.
I'm
You really
forgetting about-
can't.
See, that time I felt like I was good back here, and I felt like I totally forgot to move forward with my.
But and you may have a little bit.
Right.
You may have a little bit. We didn't get the same speed on that one as we did.
See, that's what happens when I hit even one of those bad misses. It's like, okay, I go back to concentrating on this and then forget to do, the other thing.
Uh-huh. Yes, and that's where the reps come in. That's where the massive amount of practice. And being disciplined on doing that until it becomes a natural thing.
Right, and I'm not. So I'm here. And I'm not worried about it. It's more the whole. It's more the
Okay.
whole push than a big twist.
Correct.
Right? Just-
The
Okay.
twist comes naturally. Okay, so this is how I like to describe it. So if I'm set up, I'm going to turn into my backswing. I'm here, and then I'm going to push. Now the brain's going to allow you. Your cerebellum in the back of your head is your balance point, and your brain. You're going to go far enough left to where the brain goes, well, we're going to fall. I'm just going to turn and go up now, so I can maintain balance. So it can be just natural. But at first, I want you to really feel it, because everybody's just going to go here and then spin, and it looks okay, but you can see how much weight I have back there still.
Those couple of times I hit it really good, I felt like my whole body was coming through it. That's what. So.
Good, yeah. And so let's just go with that. That's exactly right.
And let the turn take care of itself.
The turn usually does, but we can overturn. Is what I'm trying to say. A lot of amateurs will just spin from the backswing instead of actually pushing laterally. Great miss. Sounds like that might have been a little on the toe.
That's still pretty good though. But I felt like I was coming up through it better.
I agree. Good. 2-2. Great.
So I'm not missing that very often.
No, and that's from your nice spine angle away from the target, and now your lateral push.
Stood up and came off of
Here. Yeah. Yes, the balance points weren't the same on that one.
No, I could feel it. Push that, you.
Okay. Oh, it's a shame. I don't know why I didn't see it.
That
That
was
was
better.
a
That
really,
felt
really good tempo too. Really good tempo.
Sometimes I just get everything going a little bit too fast and a little bit too.
No, welcome to golf. I mean, that's just part of it. It's so insane. I mean, it's so important that our tempo is very similar every single time. Our thought process is the same. But we have outside agencies, right? Could be your best round of your life. Could be 4 guys pulling up on you when you're about to hit. could be whatever, right? And then all of a sudden we lose track of what we're trying to do, and the brain instead goes, let's get this over with. Exaggerate your top and back swing on this one. Now see, that was one of your first L's we've seen in a while. And that one was more, you got to the top and you kind of went this way
I
again.
felt it
Okay.
the whole time, yeah.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay, getting a little bit back into our old top. But that's fine. We're not tilting far enough away from it.
To the back?
Yeah, let's get more on, yep, let's feel like we're really turning that right hip behind us a little bit more. Beautiful. I did not mind that at all.
See, that's when I wasn't thinking right though. I
That's
think if
okay.
I do that and think right. I think
Okay,
I think
great.
I can
Then
do
you're
that.
right. All we worked on, I wanted you to feel like you were way, chest way outside the right foot, and then push and turn.
And see, that's even tough for my brain because initially, even with my irons, I still have to think about the first lesson to keep myself coming this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now I gotta get my driver in my hand, and I actually think I gotta think about like what you said about
You
hitting.
have to think that way, but guess what? Your
Right,
hand,
I
your
know.
hand path is still
Yeah.
going right where we want to. But that is helping your brain feel face staying more open to stable. Your hand path is still doing the same thing. It's just your hands aren't here. They're more back behind or they're open a little bit more. That's all. Because your hand path still looks great. Got a little tall on that one.
I must have stand out, right?
Yep. There you go.
Stood up again. I can feel myself.
Well, it wasn't bad though. You squared a lot of nice things up there. But I agree.
One more good one. That time I was thinking right,
Oh, that was so good.
and I get it right back down.
Yep. So good.
What time you got?
A little like at 11:40.
Hit a hybrid.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So I just want to see now. I want to see if that messes up. So that's just that whole thing of being back that far. That I should be thinking just for my driver.
Yes.
Okay.
Just for your driver. But we're gonna mess around with a little bit of spine angle here too, though.
So let me just see if I get myself. Just want to make sure that. I don't want to have that same thought process. My irons I swing the same with. Don't need to do anything different with these. Not like that. And I don't
No.
want to be way back.
You don't
Okay,
need
all
to.
right.
We don't need to. 'Cause we have different launch angles set up already with this club because of the face angle. So we have loft on this of 21 degrees, let's say. So we don't need nearly as much as we do a driver.
So I would normally start, I just wanna make sure I can be changing, so I'm normally a
Ball
little bit
position.
towards the front.
Very good.
I've been told a little bit.
Yep. Yeah,
All right.
that's perfect.
Cause I can still come down on it from there like you wanted me to.
Yep.
All right.
And when you're moving laterally and your hand path going left, you're still going to be moving into it downward. Yes.
Get the drive in my hand still, so I still- Hit that one. Oops.
Pretty.
That's pretty good for that
Yeah.
club, man. That's about
That's
where.
good. That's really good. That was pretty swing.
Alright, so then that's good. So, yeah, so just let me know if, cause that felt alright.
Yeah. Path is great.
6.
Bummer.
Missed it.
Another good golf swing. Good golf swing.
Right, so the back, everything with that looks alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
looks
need to
fine.
be thinking about any of that other stuff. That's just driver.
Just driver, you're gonna feel like you're a little bit more tilted away, and you're gonna really feel like you really rotate.
Oops.
Is that T okay?
Yeah.
I can move them
No,
on
we're
there
good.
too. Okay. Really good. You can move it anywhere you want now. You find your spot. Good swing though. That's where you get a little bit this way at the top of your backswing.
And it always goes lower when I do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you're gonna change. You're gonna get on top of the ball instead of staying behind it as we hit it. Yeah.
So we'll go back.
Good swing.
Can't hold it. Let me try. Don't get many real bad misses anymore.
Good. Grip starting to feel normal.
It is, yeah.
Good.
Feels. I know what I gotta do.
Okay. Good swing. A little faster on that swing. Transition was a little quick.
Yeah, I'm way out of the 6. Okay.
Good job. Really good.
That's where it should be, that thump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see, this is overcomes, and that's why I went that way, right? 11.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
okay.
Yep.
All right, so that's okay. I can work on that. Let me just what time you got?
11:45.
Just a couple 3 woods.
Sounds great.
Just want to make sure that I don't get messed up with all these different. So I'm almost in between with this one, right? I'm not hitting down on it because I've been hitting this really good this week.
Yes. No, this is more of sweeping. I mean, we're going to be very level into the golf ball. If we err, we want to be slightly on the down. We don't want to be too much up. It won't be 3 degrees up like driver.
And I don't need to go crazy back like I
Nope.
did. Okay.
Nope. But we still want to feel like we're pushing laterally through the impact. That was a really good golf swing. Really good golf swing. Super good strike. Okay, see if we can hit out to the right. Beautiful. Yep. Good swing.
So I'm way up at 11 still.
Okay.
That means I'm coming out,
No,
You have to miss
yeah, that means you're swinging out to the right a little
which
bit
would
much.
make sense because I was trying to.
Correct. Good tempo on that one.
I can work on that. I hit one more. Just want to make sure I didn't mess anything up with the driver there. Alright, I'm trying to get that straight and close that just a little bit.
Okay, good. Really nice.
Didn't catch all of it, but still. See, that's what I mean. Even if you don't catch it all, I'm
That's-
still using. Even at the range,
Yeah.
it's like I'm not typically spraying it all over the place. Those are the good misses you talked about. Where I'm
Mhm.
still in play. It's like I can live with that. and
So
work with it.
important to understand. And not to beat yourself up. That means you're in like 10, 9 or 8 out of the 10 pieces that need to be perfect are there. That's when we're missing it really well. And when we're 10 on 10 or 9 out of 10, we're really hitting it well.
I'm still 10. Let me just hit one.
Okay. This path is going to be pretty decent there. but that face is closing a little bit early. Okay, good.
See, that felt really good. I can work on.
That was a great distance too. Yeah, no, that was really pretty.
When I'm at the range, it's like I'm hitting the ball consistently. It's like I can fix and like work on those things with reps.
Oh yeah. Now we have to still continue to feel like we're gonna move the ball around with face, not path.
Right.
That's one of the because it's harder to make your path change every time. It'd be easier if the path was very similar, and we're just learning how to make the face feel open to closed.
So what should I really work on?
Driver,
this week?
for sure, working on that turn. And then I would put down an alignment stick behind your golf ball. And we've done this a couple times in lessons. But you're going to put an alignment stick down behind your golf ball, and you're going to try to feel like you're going to trace down your line. Meaning, so you're going to feel like you're going to hit it out to the right, but I don't want you to see that club coming underneath it. I still want that face coming down the target line, but learning how we're going to keep our face a little bit more square. So the ones where your path is really good, but it impacts your face is here. In a nutshell. I'm just exaggerating so you can see it, because it's probably only here, but sadly that's going to make that ball go that far left, especially with a longer club. So you want to feel as we come down our target line, we're either square or we're slightly open.
Irons, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. That's a big one. Because again, you're one of the few who like to go, oh, he wants me to hit it right. And you'll get to 12 again. Remember that?
Right.
And then that's hard. That's a little bit harder to time, because now it's like, well, if I just overdo it a little bit too much, it's going left. If I don't do it enough, it goes way right. But if we can get this a little bit more shored up, where this club feels like it's coming down our white line or red line or whatever the color is, then that face is going to stay more square and we'll hit it straight.
So even though the driver, everything is different, when I get to this point, every swing ought to be coming into this path. Okay.
That's a great question.
So it might look different in the back, but when I'm getting to here.
Yes, the way we get to this point might look different for length of club.
Okay.
But for the most part, we're still moving in a similar direction, similar way. Driver, we're going to have the ball more forward, we're going to be more tilt. It's going to look a lot bigger and longer than if we're standing over with our wedge and we do the same thing. That's going to look differently camera-wise, but it should feel
coming in
similar. Right. But I'm also going to back here and then...
That gives me something to work on. That might be really helpful too.
Yeah, no, it will be. This little guy here will be helpful. All right, before you go, I'm still waiting on the card to get you in here.
Sure.
But I have to have you sign